Hey guys, we just pulled up at the water desalination plant in, where are we?
Denham.
Denham, on the beginning of Shark Bay. Stacey will talk about the costs and all the rest of the bullshit. All I'm interested in is water. We get water one of probably two ways. Yep, we're good to go. But where possible, we get water from, or wherever we get water from a mains unit like this, we have this filtration system. It's just a water filter. You can buy them just about any camping outdoors sort of shop.
Caravan shop.
Yeah, caravan shop. Yeah, just I find it makes a huge difference to our water. Our tanks are clean, and even though this water's going to taste like crap, it's desal.
But it does improve the taste a little bit too.
Yeah, and just keeps the bugs out. We've never had a bug in our water tank, and we've never been crooked from any water around Aussie, so it's been pretty good. And the other place we get water from is we'll get water out of streams, but that's a little bit less on this side of the island. Whereas when we're in Queensland and some of NT, we'll pump out of streams, and we just got a little pump, just pump it from the creek straight into the tank. We don't usually use the filter though; it's too hard on the pump.
So we've got a few challenges.
Yeah, we've got a short in the wiring somewhere, which is draining our batteries. And when it drains the batteries, it comes up with an error in the management system, which is this little box here. Depletes our energy. We've got two 120 amp lithium batteries now that we've just upgraded on this trip. And I'm no auto electrician. And the manual tells you sweet FA. But I just noticed this morning we've been driving for 3 or 4 hours and we've had no charge in the batteries. We dropped from 99% yesterday when we rocked up to camp to 91% this morning, and we should have been at about 96, 97 this morning. So I sort of figured something wasn't right, but I couldn't find it. So I was hoping it was going to reset itself. It hasn't. So I've just disconnected the batteries to reset the system. And I have this little gadget around here. Can you come around this side, Stace? Which is a voltmeter and a power analyzer. And so if I've connected that into the solar line, I've got a solar panel, a 120 watt solar panel on the roof. If I haven't got power going through that little analyzer, then I know there's a fault in the system. And so I've got power running through it now because the analyzer's on. It's a bit old and a bit faded, but I can see that I've got about 6 to 7 amps running through there with 13.15 volts. Unregulated. The regulator's in the management system. So in theory, I'm hoping I've fixed it by resetting the batteries. There's the batteries down here. But I don't know why it's
doing it to begin
with. Why we've had a short circuit somewhere. So I'll have to investigate when we get set up. We've got about another 2, maybe 3 hours driving. So I need those batteries to be fully charged before we get there tonight.
What are we on now?
We're down. We've just dropped
20% pretty much, are we?
Yeah. We never go below, with lithium we don't generally go below 90%, and now we're down to 81%.
And when will it cut out?
It'll cut out at 50%.
Yeah. Will the solar be enough if we don't get fully charged on the drive in? using the car energy, will the solar bring us back up while we're there?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in the system. We have an Anderson plug here that connects onto the trailer, which is saying that it's giving us 13 volts coming through, but I've never had any faith that it's ever worked. See, it's not working at all now. See, it sort of works intermittent, and that's coming from our DC to DC charger under the bonnet. So
which is what make?
Oh, it's just a C-Tech, yeah. So I'm going to leave that off because I don't want that to be the short circuit. So we have the alternator which charges the starter battery, and then we have a DC to DC charger, which is just like a 25 amp battery charger, but it's going from 12 to 12, not 24 to 12, and then fills up our auxiliary battery, which is under the bonnet, which runs our fridge freezer in the back here, which we're sitting at 0 and in one compartment and mine is 2 in another. I just ate a fly.
They're a bit friendly today.
Yes, a little bit frustrating to have that happen. We've had a really good run on these lithiums, and it's been going pretty well, but I have been a little bit concerned that on the newer systems you have the choice of whether you're gel, liquid or lithium, but whereas on this system, this camper was built in 2017. I don't know if they had lithium then, or whether
it's just gel or liquid options.
But in the management system we only have gel or liquid. I've been told by the people that sold us the batteries at iTech World in Perth that we can just stay on AGM, which is gel. But as I said, I'm no auto sparky, so
if anyone knows what we should be doing,
if we should be doing anything different, let me know, eh? Otherwise I've got to get this bloody generator out, and I don't want that because my toolbox is full because half the bloody space is taken up with a Jenny, and I want to offload the Jenny. And I'm carrying another underneath the boat. I'm carrying a fold-up 180 watt solar panel that we used. We used it both in the last 2 trips, but we don't really need it now if this lithium holds its own. So
we want to get rid of the Jenny.
Jenny.
Good for the environment. It's noisy, it's smelly, but we need to know we don't need to rely on it when we're out in the wop-wops.
Yeah, we've got good voltage. We've got 5.8 amps.
Show it.
Got 5.8 amps going into the battery now. I've got a smiley face, so let's just hope that it charges.
So we've just set up. I say just, but it's been quite a lengthy setup today because, as we would have said, our fridges haven't been working. Something's been short-circuiting, so we've spent ages. Tony's been trying to isolate cords and get in under the bed, and it's been a mission. So think we know what the problem is with a cord, but we don't have any line or cable to replace it with. So at the moment we've bypassed it with our solar extension, so that's working for now. It's just been a long few hours setting up. Morning team. It's super windy here at Bottle Bay this morning. Tony's come back in because it was just really rough. There's white caps out there now. The kids are down the beach though because it's blowing straight in from behind us, so it's actually really calm on the beach and in the shallows. But we thought we'd take an opportunity to show you around on how we're living inside a camper trailer. It's probably one of the questions that we get asked most, and it's probably one of the constant challenges we have in regards to storage and whatnot. So this is our slide out kitchen. It comes off the back of the trailer. And we have sort of a bit of a bar leaner. So we've just got your, we've got a 65 litre electric fridge here. We've just got, you know, our cutlery drawer, plates and cups drawer. We've got another drawer just full of Tupperware and odds and sods, lanterns, yeah, bits and pieces in there. While we're conserving water, we actually use our salad bowl to fill up just the breakfast and lunch dishes, just to conserve water because the sink's so much larger. So we've got twin 80s on board in the camper trailer, and we just want to make sure that we've got enough water to last us for a whole week, because with 5 of us is quite a lot. We've also got the billy down here, which we've used for a hand wash station for the kids, because we don't want them to be constantly running the tap, obviously. So annoying. There's some flies left in here. You will have seen we put up the mesh because the flies are really friendly in this area, but we've just got a couple left inside because the zip keeps getting left open by people. Yeah, and so we've got sort of 2 drawers in here. The top one is mainly for, I guess, all our supplements, our spreads, any sort of sachet stuff, and then all our herbs and spices and tea and bits and pieces. The next one down is normally cereal, breads, wraps, anything open, and there's just a few bottles of honey and our apple cider vinegar and stuff that doesn't fit in the top compartment. Then we've got this massive pull-out pantry behind. So in here really we just keep all our pots and pans. We've got a big container full of jars and tinned food. We've got a box here which has just got all our snacks, nuts, muesli bars, chips, etc. And then up the back we've got loo paper, washing powder, milk powder, other drinks. And then we've got a sealable container where we put flour and anything that we don't want any mice or cockroaches, rice, anything open, sugar that, yeah, nothing can get into. So a nice sealed container. And then that just all pushes in when we need it to. So that's the kitchen. If you pan around, yeah, we just pretty much live out in this space. The kids normally put out their camp chairs and the tables. You can see this is where I'm creating the episodes that I'm giving you guys. To come into the tent, we've got a little wash tub that we just try and fill up every couple of days, just to rinse the sand off, because we are literally camped right at the beach with a mat for the kids, so that just really cuts down on the amount of sand. The kids are also getting really good at remembering to keep the zips closed, because we don't want flies, we don't want mozzies. We have had in the past, we've found scorpions and huntsmans on the canvas, so yeah, the kids just get really good at keeping it zipped so that none of the nasties can get inside the tent. So come on in, Hunter. Yeah, so the kids have just got their 3 stretchers. You guys can say hi.
Hi.
Hi. So they just have to make their beds every day, and that's pretty much the layout that works for us. Down on the bottom here, if you want to just come around the other side, honey. Yeah, we've just got school boxes with schoolwork, games and toys and stuff in these 2 drawers. This is actually Tony's compound bow, but it just really works because it has to go up into the camper. So when we set up, we just put that at the bottom of the boxes, and this is normally what sits across the pantry when we're traveling. So we just stick it there and it becomes a little table for, it's the crap table really. So this has got all our toilet bags, it's got our first aid and medical stuff, all the devices. Yeah, it's just a dumping ground. We find these scarf hangers quite handy just for keys, hats, sunglasses and stuff, just so they don't get lost. And we put dirty washing up here, and yeah, we don't normally do the washing. I've got a little scrubber bag which we really enjoy if we run short of undies and that sort of thing, but pretty much if we can, we just save it up and then we'll do a load every 10 days or whatever when we get to a campground. Then obviously up here we've got our bed. It's a queen size inner sprung mattress. It's really comfortable. At the front we've got Sirocco fans and just LED lights, and Tony will show you at the front there we've got a charging station where we plug in our phones and battery banks, that's iPads, that sort of thing. And then up here is basically the only storage we have for us. So down here we've got Liam and Summer share a drawer. Hunter's got this tiny drawer here for all his clothes, which are just get jammed in. And Tony's got one here. This one's mine. It is literally chock-a-block, but this is all the clothes I have in the world. So I've literally just sorted them into these little packing cells so that I can find things quick and easy. But yeah, basically like fitness gear and jammies, underwear, shorts, t-shirts, and then warm stuff at the back. And that's literally all we've got. We've got one set of really warm clothes for when we go like into the desert and things like that, that lives up in a recovery box on top of the truck because we don't need them very often. What else can I talk about, hun? There's a diesel heater that we've got down here that can be switched on. We only have ever used it in the cold. I wouldn't say in a camper trailer it's that great, but it probably takes a couple of degrees off first thing in the morning just to take the chill off. What else? Oh, the shower tent. Take you around to the shower tent.
Hey guys, Stacey just wanted me to mention about the lighting. We have strip lighting up here which has multi-colours. So we have a orange or a white, and the orange just helps reduce the bugs. And then above the kitchen we just have another row of strip lighting and one more inside the tent. We find them really good. They draw next to nothing. You know, if we had the 3 of them going we wouldn't be drawing 2 amps an hour, so it's pretty good for the small amount of time we use it.
Hi.
How are you? This is our shower tent, guys. Just comes off the end of the camper and zips on. We just have a little 12-volt shower here. We don't use it a lot, but it's good to have a shower every couple of days. And in this next cubicle is just our little portable toilet. We've got toilets at this camp, so we just use this as an emergency, but it's set up so that we're self-sufficient if we're off the grid. This is our one of our solar units. So we've got 3 different solar panels. This one's 180 watt solar, just a fold out solar panel that we have stored on our boat rack when we're traveling. Don't use it that often, but it's quite good. If we want to use the inverter and we're using lots of power during the day, just set this up because it gives us the maximum amount of power back in our batteries. Since we've changed to lithium, we don't have too many issues, although we've had a few challenges learning about how to manage lithium, which is a bit different. But yeah, so that's that one. We've got one on the top of the Land Cruiser, which is just an 80 watt, which looks after the battery in there.
Right guys, just wanted to show you the storage challenges we have in the car. You will have just seen in the back there's pretty much no boot space. By the time we've got the toolbox, there's shoes, there's exercise gear and our 75 fridge. There's just no other space. With the 3 kids we chose to separate them so that we don't have to listen to them squabbling all day. So you've got Hunter in the back seat beside the fridge. You've got Liam and then Summer. In the middle lives all my photography gear. Yeah, yeah, so I pretty much just have a camera, drone gear, I've got like a little DJI pocket and my GoPro, and then I've got my underwater camera as well. We've just got cords and batteries and stuff galore. But yeah, it's pretty tight. The kids each have their little backpacks with all their knickknacks. That has to live in here with them. In the center, we've jimmied up a thing for all the headphones and stuff that go to the DVD player on the roof, but we have constant problems. The sound is now not working on that, so it's really good for nothing, and if we can't get that fixed, we're just going to be biffing out all the infrared headphones anyway. We've got our hat rack up the back because there's nowhere else to store them, but that works nicely. Yeah, so that's the car storage. So that's that, guys. I hope that's given you some insight on how we're living at the moment. As you can see, we really like it. It enables us to get really off the beaten track. For example, it's definitely four-wheel drive to get in here. Really soft sandy tracks, which you've probably already seen, or if not, they're up and coming, those episodes. But yeah, the problem that we have is pretty much that it's storage. I think if we would ever go from a camper trailer, it would be because of the storage. We're just really limited. It'd be really nice to have a charging station where forever charging iPads for kids' schoolwork, phones, Kindles, laptops, and then photography gear, which yeah, you know, at this stage we're just relying on, you know, if you can see behind me, cigarette plugs into 12 volts here, and the one that you just saw beside the bed. So yeah, it would be really nice to have a permanent charging station somewhere. Be really nice to have somewhere permanent to put like towels and extra blankets and stuff. It'd be really nice not to have to set up the kids' beds. But all of that is the compromise for getting into these beautiful places, and for now, that's our priority. So yeah, that's it. Please, if you've got any questions or anything you'd like to comment on with our setup, please, we'd love to hear from you, and yeah, we can update you if there's something I've left out that you're interested in. Okay, see you for now.